Hello, and welcome back to Mythic Ocean. The Harmony run is proceeding smoothly. Everything seemed on track. Lutra didn't eat everything in the Moss Cavern and all that. And yet we still have this fable, the Feeding Frenzy. It does not seem like it's avoidable in any way, which makes sense. I kind of assumed that from the very start, but it would have been kind of cool if you could somehow change a fable into an entirely different one. Like, you would still have the same amount of fables, but depending on the polarities, you could, like, get an entirely different scene playing out or something. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if we can just convince Lutra to stop eating, or maybe Lutra's just going too crazy now, like, even with the conservative Lutra. The metamorphosis is too close, and Lutra can't stop no matter what. We'll have to see. And also, haven't heard the details about the lab work from Amar, so hopefully that's not, like, gone, and I can check in with Amar later on, once this fable is complete. So, let's check it out. I've talked to Amar. Yeah, any luck talking to Lutra? And we'll just talk to Lutra and see if there's any difference here. There's already some kelp that's eaten, but most of it is fine. I don't remember if there was an immediate change here. Like the first time you see Lutra, was there more eaten in the other polarity? Not entirely sure. Lutra, can you hear me? Greatest hunger. Okay, I guess here we go. Let's just start trying some options. You need to stop soon. You can't eat the whole forest, okay? Okay, so that's still bad, even in conservation. Alright, change arrives very soon. You'll have nothing left if you eat the kelp, all the kelp in the forest. Other creatures need the plants too. Others are important. Oh, they can help you, like when the furry one taught you about different futures. Remember that? This one does remember. Holy shit! Okay, well, let's reload, because I don't want that initial bat. Oh, God. Hold on. Talk to Amar quick. Just so I can, like... it's still, like, slowed down. I don't understand this bug. It's so weird. It should be fine next time I teleport, I think. But yeah, cool. Now, I can just say, how much do you think you'll need to eat? Cannot be certain. You'll have nothing left. And now we say this. But I'm also kind of curious what happens if I just say I trust Lutra. Because, like, Lutra is already conservative. Maybe Lutra will just stop on its own accord? I do have a backup already, so maybe I should just test this for now. Leave as much kelp as you can. Change in thankfulness. Okay. I'm just gonna test this out and see what happens here. Oh god, I always forget where to go. Hey again. I was able to talk with it. Lutra said it won't eat all the kelp. Aw, come on, buddy. Yeah, there we go. We don't know for sure. And then Alethea. Man, so maybe we won't even need to talk to Alethea at all. Lutra will just be like, alright, I'll stop. I guess we'll still have to talk to Alethea, because we need to bring better food or something. And yeah, then I would want to do this one as well. So, like, now, I've just said, I trust you, Lutra, but then still told Amar that Amar needs to, like, distract Lutra or talk to Lutra. So, let's see if that has any effect. The kelp forest is in trouble! Wait, is this... No, Amar and I both noticed it was larger than it used to be. That's the same, I think. Can we stop it? And this doesn't matter. using the paralyzer. And maybe this is different now because Alethea is different. I don't think it's worth it. We're risking all the kelp in the forest and the beautiful ecosystem thriving there. Are you sure about this? That is different, right? She said something different. We know Lutra is terrified by the paralyzer's effects. It's not right to do it. Okay, then I won't. Hopefully everything will turn out alright. That is a little different, I think. The plants will be delivered to the kelp forest as soon as they're ready. Not a problem, my friend. Yeah, okay, and then we head back and just check what happens in this timeline. So what's going on? This kelp is kinda gone, but most of it is here. Okay, maybe a sizable chunk is gone, but looks like it's the, oh, it worked out kind of alright ending. Let's see. Tell me everything. It's seen better days. Plus a bunch of other areas. I don't even know if we have half of it. I did my best to try and distract it. It didn't really want to listen, though. I think it was better than if I hadn't done anything at all. Maybe it helped a bit? I was really glad to see her. She brought a lot of plants. I think it was pretty full already. Yeah, okay, so that's the same. We've seen this stuff. But, I mean, I might as well go all out and talk to Lutra now as well, just to see. I don't know if the forest will be the same. Also now, talk about something else? There we go. Okay, good. We can talk about Alethea's lab, but let's not do that now. Let's just check in with Lutra, get this talk out of the way, and then I'll load and do the, like, proper thing. Don't you dare. Is that you? You're gonna be just fine. This is not known. But this one still has gladness. Because familiar one is here. Is that new? Considered using strange machine. Did not allow it. This one has much happiness. But no like meter for that, which is weird. I'm glad it turned out okay. There are new things. Furry one had great sadness because this one ate many forest plants. And now it's gonna be like, why didn't you stop me? This one also has sadness now. Why did familiar one not mention that great sadness could occur? I don't remember which one I chose here. This one cared about feelings of furry one, but this one could not tell how furry one would feel. It's okay, we can't always predict. This one understands better now. Wait. Is that when two that are one played games with this one, it was familiar one who convinced them to do so. I think we read that. And taught them patience and carefulness. This one did not know. Did I... That doesn't sound familiar. Did I get that in my first playthrough? Because I mean, I did, but... Like, I did do that, but I don't remember reading this. I'm not sure. I think the twins and I both learned a lot from that. Maybe you did too. Fourth new thing. And the crystal. And yeah, keep telling me that's fine. One more thing was seen. Yeah, and gnosis and all that. Wait, what was that? This one would not have had name without familiar one. This one had much fear about great change, but familiar one helped much. Now this one only fears that familiar one will not be remembered by this one after great change. Will this one's memories disappear? Lutra, don't worry. Even if they do, I'll tell you everything that happened and you can have them back again. This one has greatest thankfulness. Words of familiar one changed everything for this one. This one will never forget you. He said you, not familiar one. Has Lutra ever used the word you before. That's kind of cool. It's different. I guess we'll check in with the Elil as well about this whole thing. And then I'll definitely load, right? Lutra tried to eat the kelp forest. We don't know if he'll recover. Maybe it would have gone better. Yeah, I know. I know you're spying. That's fine. Yeah, I'm worried about the long-term effects. I just keep worrying about what Lutra's rampage might have done to the forest. And that's pretty much it. Let's just check in with this stuff. I kind of forgot I should have maybe done that like to begin with, because we haven't read about Lutra's way of thinking. I might want to do that before when I load now, I might want to go to Elil and check in with like what Lutra's thinking and stuff before I do this whole feeding frenzy thing, just to check. So, create the world. Amar or Lutra. Makes sense. Amar likes me quite a bit, but that's not the maximum. The twins, quite a bit, not the maximum. Lutra, there we go. Lutra you're practically best friends. And Alethea, practically best friends. That's surprising, I didn't think so. And thinking, Amar, just thinking more about people. We've seen all this, right? Yeah, it takes some time for themselves. The twins aren't lashing out as much as they used to. They finally consider you a good friend. Yeah. And then Lutra, seems to me Lutra's learning how to resist its urges and conserve its resources better. That's not something it used to understand, but I think your influence pretty much taught it a new thing here. But it still has to eat in order to survive, right? And food's probably not the only thing it'll have to learn to conserve. Oh, what does that mean? Hopefully it'll figure out the right balance. Anything else you want to ask about? I feel Alethea's thinking more about the consequences of her work lately. She's learning to take a step back and consider how she'll end up reflecting on her choices later. It's possible to second-guess yourself too much, though. I think I've read this. She'll manage to stay confident even though she's questioning her own methods more often now. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Now, let's leave behind this timeline and load my backup. And we're here again. Now let's go to Elil. I assume it'll be the same thing, because Lutra's already on the conservative side. But I might not be best friends. So, like, Amar likes me quite a bit. Lutra, practically best friends, okay, apparently. And then Amar, thinking about other people, yeah. And Lutra, yeah, learning to resist. Exactly. Alright. Now, let's trust in Lutra, but still bring it up so Lutra understands that it's doing something that could have bad consequences. Hello. How much do you think you'll need to eat? Other creatures need the plants too. But others are important. They can help you, like when Furry One taught you about different futures. Remember that? This one does remember. Familiar One is right. This one must not eat too many plants. But greatest hunger still remains. What will this one eat? Will this one starve? No way. I'm going to figure something out. You wait right here. I won't be long. There we go. But Lutra's sad and worried, but trusts in me to go do something right. So I can't just go to Alethea right now. I mean, I guess let's try that. We have to, like, talk to Amar and get the idea that, hey, maybe Alethea can help. Yeah, thought so. I wonder if we still... Oh, man. Will we still have the option to paralyze Lutra? That would be fucking hilarious. I kind of have to test that if we get that choice, but I imagine we don't, because it's like, we'll talk to Alethea and say Lutra's actually staying put and like waiting patiently, but we'll see. I was able to talk with it. It was tough, but I convinced Lutra to stop eating all the kelp. Really? Oh wow, that's a relief. I knew you could do it. Well, we're not out of the woods yet. Lutra's still starving. I'm not sure what to do about that. Ah, yeah, that's a tough one. If not even the whole forest has enough food for Lutra, where is it gonna come from? Maybe Alethea could help us out. She studied Lutra in the past. Yeah, that's a thought. Well, I'll leave that up to you, friend. I think you've, got a better working relationship with her than me. That's not... No! No, that's not true! Damn it! Am I actually gonna have to load? I'm gonna have to load and not start Feeding Frenzy until I talk to Amar about the lab work, because the lab work did go well, and... Ah, man. I just don't think I've, like, cashed in on that. I haven't hit those, like, lines yet to change Amar and realize that Amar is good for Alethea, like, did help out and stuff. Maybe this is the same, but that I kind of have to test that now. So maybe, like, next episode or something, I'll try and do that. Good luck! Could you talk to Lutra while I'm gone? Well, I don't really want to. I'll give it a shot, even though it's scary. Still working on it. And Lutra just says ... still. Yeah. Alright, let's try this. The kelp forest is in trouble. Well, Lutra left the moss cavern for the forest to find more food, and it was eating huge amounts of kelp. I was able to get it to stop, but it's still very hungry. Goodness, that does sound like a potential crisis. Has Lutra also grown bigger by any chance? Metamorphosis, yep. All this food to fuel the amazing transformation. Certainly we don't want that to happen. It seems to me that Lutra was meant to feed on something else once it was done with the ferns. Perhaps if we could give it something much more nutritious, it wouldn't have to eat so much. I'll just say enhance the ferns. The ferns contain the right nutrients, they're not substantial enough. I did once find a strange plant. I might be able to create a crossbreed. Ideally, a small number of these hybridized plants would sustain Lutra for the rest of its feeding frenzy. Let's do that. I have machines that can speed up the growth process, but it's going to take some time. While we're waiting on that, is there any danger Lutra will go back to eating all the kelp? I think it'll be okay. It seems to understand the importance of not eating everything in the forest now. Good, I'll get to work then. Damn it, I'm kind of disappointed you can't just be like a giant asshole and be like, Lutra understands and stopped eating, let's paralyze him anyway, just to make sure, you know. Can't really trust it. The plants will be delivered to the kelp forest as soon as they're ready. Yeah. Okay. And let's play this out and see what has happened. Yeah, Lutra's gone. Back in the kelp far or the moss cavern, though if we go there, it would be gone until we talk to Amar. Yeah, just a little bit of kelp missing, not too much. Tell me everything. It's in pretty good shape. We lost the kelp that Lutra ate when it first got here, but other than that, there's almost nothing else missing. Once you left to talk to Alethea, I did my best to keep Lutra from going on another rampage. And it actually listened. Man, now I'm kind of curious, like, if you don't tell Amar to stop Lutra, would Lutra struggle to restrain itself and start eating again? Or would it just manage it on willpower alone? Because it likes Amar, so obviously telling Amar to try and convince Lutra not to eat more would, like, mean something to Lutra because he likes Amar. So, maybe if you don't say that, it'll just, like, relapse or whatever. It actually listened. Probably because you already got it to stop before, haha. But hey, maybe I helped a bit, huh? After a while, Alethea showed up. It was pretty wild, friend! She brought a ton of plants with her. Stuff I've never seen anywhere else before. Lutra went totally crazy for the new plants, you should have seen it. Just when I thought it might never stop eating, it was finally full. And it headed back to the moss cavern like nothing ever happened. I've been busy making the rounds. Some folks are a little rattled, but everyone seems to be okay. Friend, it's kind of a miracle nothing worse happened. Things worked out because we all worked together, yeah? I don't know how I can even thank you, but thanks so much anyway. Of course, Amar, I'm really glad things went so well. Kind of amazed myself. That is true. You said it. Cool. Ask about Lutra. I feel pretty good about how things turned out, friend. I mean, yeah, it was pretty scary when Lutra lost control for a bit, but we lucked out, and the forest is still in pretty good shape. I'd go check up on Lutra in the moss cavern, but, still kinda scared. Why? Why would you be scared now? Alright. And, well, I guess we'll talk about this as well. How did things go at Alethea's lab? Not bad, friend, not bad. Alethea did a good job making sure I didn't mess anything up. Heh. She's got a weird thing called a microscopic, I think. It lets you see tiny things up close. I used that one a lot at first. Later it was stuff that was a little scarier. Boiling things, cold things, some of them were shooting out lightning bolts. Anyway, I still don't really understand what Alethea does out there, friend. But it was exciting, and I was happy to help out. Great, I'm glad you had a good time. Yep, although there was something else on my mind I felt like you should hear. You know how Alethea wanted my help because she did me some favors before? One reason I was a little reluctant... What did you see? The fish. Yeah, this is the same. Pretty strange. And the twins? They're doing better than when I first met them. Spending time with them, even teaching them a little how I do things in the forest. I think they're still figuring things out, but they're on the right track. Might be different, not sure. Alright, do I have time for this Lutra conversation? I guess so, it's not that much. Surely there's not going to be, like, that many differences now. Like, different options and whatnot. Hello, Lutra. It's me. You look pretty impressive. Okay. We'll have to wait and see. That might have been a bad thing. I feel like the other option was better. This one... Wait. During Greatest Hunger, Familiar One spoke with Device Using One to decide how to help this one. Oh yeah, how to help this one. This one has much happiness about that. Yeah? When two that are one played games with this one, it was Familiar One that taught them. And it's just that. That's everything, huh? Did you see anything else? Alright, hold on. Just one reload then, just at the start there. But, yeah, this seems pretty straightforward. There's, like, no options at all. I guess because I don't have anything to, like, justify anymore. It's okay. You'll be fine. Wait, what was that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that doesn't change anything. At least not on the surface. And yeah, I'll tell you everything. That's the fable complete. Alright, well, let's... Wait, what is... Oh, that's the, like, recap talk with Amar. Yeah, let's leave it off here for now, and I guess I'll save the save But then, I guess I'm gonna have to dig around a little bit, because I want to find the most recent save before the Feeding Frenzy starts, because I want to do the lab work with Amar, and then start Feeding Frenzy, and I guess we can maybe test some other things out, like not telling Amar to try and stop Lutra. Maybe Lutra will relapse. We'll just do a little testing segment, or possibly entire episode, you know me. We'll see how it goes. And then we'll load this one and get back to, like, recapping and all that stuff. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!